Me again. So I'm very aware that this is the last talk of the day. We've had some very good talks, but with a lot of heavy content as well, and a lot of things to chew over. So I'll try and keep this one a little lighter and just talk a little bit about what's available through the BTA and what we do as well. So we've already said what the BTA is here to do is to deliver a world where no one suffers from tinnitus. So I've very much talked about how we're looking to do that in terms of supporting research, and now I'm going to talk a little bit about the services that we offer to help people manage tinnitus effectively and look at what's available as well. So a little bit about the BTA. We were set up in 1979 and we were set up by tinnitus support groups. So around about then there was very little supports in the UK, there was very little research happening, and people really felt that there needed to be more. And there were about 120 support groups around the UK, and they really formed the BTA. So we were a truly grassroots organisation, and originally we were part of the Royal National Institute for Deaf People as well, so the charity that's now called Action on Hearing Loss. We became a charity in our own right in 1992, and at that point moved to Sheffield. No one knows why we're in Sheffield. It's been handy for me from a commuting point of view. But the reasons that are often given is that there was a lot of heavy labour, a lot of heavy machinery at the time, a lot of manufacturing, so therefore a lot of noise-induced hearing loss and therefore a lot of tinnitus. So it made a lot of sense for the BTA to be where the problem was. The other reason that's often given is that the trustees just got on a train and headed north until they could afford some office space. So it depends which version you want to use. When I do this talk a lot in the US, a lot of people don't know where Sheffield is at all. So the way I say about why the BTA is where it is by talking about the film, The Full Monty, because actually it's kind of the same reason they were there, because there's a lot of unemployment, but due to the decline of the manufacturing industry, we were there for a similar reason. And it's always fun to tell that story, then use a slide with male strippers on it as well to see how that goes down with an audience. Always gets a slightly different reaction. But we are where we are, we're in Sheffield. There's a team now of 20 of us in a room quite a lot smaller than this. So actually our office space and everything else is very much something that we're looking to change and improve and grow as we do. We have a board of trustees, as you'd expect with us being a charity, but something fairly unique to us is that we also have a board of a professional advisors committee, and on that we have ear, nose and throat surgeons, psychologists, audiologists, researchers, and others involved in the treatment, management and research around tinnitus. And they're really, really important to us because they help us look at what research we fund. All of our information and leaflets that we develop have been reviewed by that panel to make sure it's evidence-based and up to date. And every time the new sort of miracle cure is mentioned in a prominent national newspaper, which is kind of every 2 months, we panic because our helpline calls go up dramatically, and we will ask our professional advisors committee for someone who's read that information to give us an evidence-based view that we can then use and put out as well. So a little bit about the numbers and who we are. We have around about 1 million people use our website every year. So we're really proud with the sort of reach we have. We have a helpline. We take around about 5,000 calls a year through this, and that really is there for anyone who just wants to talk to someone else who understands. So a listening ear, really, to be there to talk through with you if you're having a bad day and just want someone to listen. If you want to signpost to services, then we can help with that. If you have any questions about treatments or managements or something that you've read that you want to know the latest information on, then we're available for that as well. And I believe that through that helpline, we're probably accessing and speaking to more people who are living with tinnitus on a daily basis than anyone else is in the world. So actually, even if you think of some of the big tinnitus clinics, some of the big organisations, no one's actually talking to the volume of people that we are. And whilst we're not doing the in-depth type thing that you'd see at Alan's Place or other people offering tinnitus management, there's not many questions that we haven't heard. So we're there to help, and we have over 200 years cumulative experience as well in doing that. So we really do come from a place of compassion, that we genuinely hope we can help you, and we'll answer any questions that you have as well. Like I said, there's not many that we can't answer. I think the only one that's thrown as recently was an audiologist that rang and said, well, I've got a patient that's coming today. They came a while ago, and actually they asked me, would going on a boxing holiday make their tinnitus any worse? And I'm not sure what to tell them. So we had to put some thought into that one and try and help. I know it wasn't any audiologist in this room, because I gave this story a while ago at an event, and someone put their hand and went, it was me. But like I say, there aren't many questions or issues that we haven't come across that we think may be able to help. And the helpline's available sort of working hours, so currently Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. But as well as the helpline, because who uses a phone to make a call anymore, we are looking at different ways to help people as well. So we have a text message service, and also we have web chat available through our website. So if you go onto our website, you'll see a little logo like that in the corner. And if you click on that, then a box will pop up and you can talk to one of our information team on the other end. So it's not like British Gas, it's not a computer you're talking to, it is a real live person in our office that's answering and responding to those. And we'll, again, very much like the helpline, try and help you as best we can, direct you to information on our website that may help, or just answer questions as responsively and as humanly as we can as well. So again, looking very much to adapt and offer our service in different ways. And we have a range of different information leaflets as well. So we have our main leaflet called Living with Tinnitus, which is the one in the middle here. We change it every now and then. I'm not sure why we've gone for the bearded guy, but you know, I think he must look cool or something. The designers must have liked him. But that's what it looks like at the moment. I've got copies on the table at the back that have been designed specifically for the NHS in Scotland to deliver as well, which is more tailored to the services that are available locally. So again, you know, please do take those with you. If you go onto our website, we have over 26 different leaflets, some covering some really basic things like relaxation in tinnitus and how that can help, through to some quite niche things like flying in the ear or different drugs and their interactions with tinnitus as well. They're all freely available. If you can't find them on the website, then give us a call and we'll print them and post them off to you, but very much there to help. And like this and our helpline and everything else, if you've used it and found it was great, fantastic, tell us. If you haven't been able to find something or think it's wrong or want to tell us about a negative experience you had, then please, again, get in touch. Where, you know, like I say, there's 20 of us sat in a very small room. We talk to each other regularly and are always looking at how to improve what we do and how to improve our information. It's very much led by you guys, people living with tinnitus as well. So please do get in touch and help us develop and deliver what we do better. And we also have that information now available in easy read as well. So this is for people whose English isn't as good or who have learning difficulties. So we very much have information available in different formats and different ways to access. And part of that is delivering information for children. So it's estimated about 1 child in every class has tinnitus, so around 1 in 30. And we've worked with a children's author and illustrator and a paediatric audiologist to tailor information for children living with tinnitus as well. So again, it's something else that we've developed and is available through us. I've mentioned it a few times, but if you go onto our website, the link's at the top. And again, there's a wealth of information. Pretty much everything I've spoken about so far is available through our website. This was a screenshot yesterday, so again, a plug if you haven't already, sign the petition, it's at the back. But as well, you can do it through our website. And there is just a whole range of information there. So it's been described recently as a bit more like a warehouse than Waitrose, but there is literally everything there. So please do look, and like I say, if you can't find it, get in touch and we'll help you find what you're looking for. And along with that, we have a shop, so we sell things that can help people living with tinnitus, so things like sound generators or hearing protection too. So we have a variety of different things available. That's available through our website, or we have a product catalogue as well. And something slightly different, so something you could try today after this, is we have a new website called Take on Tinnitus as well. So on there's about an hour's worth of content. and it's really designed for people who are new to tinnitus, but also hopefully if you have seen an audiologist or have been to see Alan, then it will very much re-emphasise what you've been told in those sort of appointments as well. So when you log on, you will get to a screen like this, and these are the different modules we have. So there's lots of video content and really short bite-sized pieces just going through different elements that may be relevant to you. So looking at things like sleep or relaxation and just taking through different exercises and different things that would help across those different domains. Like I say, it's not something you have to log in and do the whole site. Obviously welcome to, but it's very much to pick and choose the bits that are relevant to you and just really work through and see if there's anything there that can help. And we've had some great testimonials through this as well, and we've got some really positive feedback on it. So there is no academic rigour at all in terms of how we've collected these. These are just feedback from people who have got back in touch with us after they've used the survey, and actually looking at 3 months later, 80% of people are still saying that the information they've got through Take On Tinnitus has been useful in terms of understanding what tinnitus is better and what opportunities there are to manage it. So something that's very much there, available for you to use and access completely free of charge, and something that I'd really encourage you to have a look at. And we've got postcards on the table with the website address on as well at the back. And something we've already mentioned are support groups. So when I started in the BTA, there were just over 30 support groups, and everyone was saying, well, they're dying out, aren't they? No one wants to go to a support group anymore because actually, you know, we've got the internet now and everyone just wants to talk in forums and things. And actually there's a bit of a perception, a misconception amongst audiology and others that tinnitus support groups are a bit of a moaning thing. It was a bit of a, you know, misery loves company, and that's what they're all about. And actually, from my perspective, that's nonsense. Tinnitus groups really provide a key source of information and support for people who want that and want to access that information in that way. And like I said, they can be really, really helpful in terms of making sure that you get the right information and you feel and can reduce those feelings of isolation and that you're having to battle this thing alone. And just that shared identity and opportunity to learn from others can be really, really powerful. So again, I'd encourage you to get in touch with the Glasgow or the Edinburgh groups and go along and see if it is something that you think could benefit from. Certainly not for everyone, but it's something that can really help. And like I say, since about 8 or 9 years ago, when we started working with support groups, we've now gone from having 30 in the UK to over 100. And I'm really proud of that, because actually it does show there's an appetite there, that there are people who want to do that and find out those effective ways to manage it in a different format. So lots of support groups around. There's a map on our website if you want to see exactly where they are, but you know, please do consider looking at those and getting involved with your local group. And if you don't like it, tell us and we'll go and try and help them out and make it better. We run information days around the UK as well. So as Alan said, we had a team up in Dundee last weekend, and those are there to just deliver different information on tinnitus from a sort of medical perspective and a psychological perspective, so what tinnitus is. In the afternoon, we look at how to manage them from those perspectives as well. Again, just an opportunity to access more information on tinnitus, find out what it is and what's around. So, as I said, the last one was in Dundee. I'm not sure where we're going next, I haven't been told. But we do run about 4 or 5 of those a year as well, and there'll be information on our website about them. A key part of what we do is to train professionals as well. When you look at the courses that are available, there are a lot in the UK, but that's kind of because the BTA is there and is delivering that training agenda. In other countries around Europe and the world, there's actually far less opportunities to train in tinnitus, but as an organisation, we think it's really key to make sure that we have as many qualified and able professionals to help people with tinnitus as possible. So we have an annual conference where we cover the latest research. We have training programs, so we have 2 main courses, the European Tinnitus course that Alan mentioned, and also a Tinnitus Advisor training course, because we believe it's important to make sure that we continue training professionals to have those people coming through who can ultimately serve the tinnitus community and give the best possible management and advice that's available. And alongside that, we run other events for people living with tinnitus as well. So we run an expo every year. The next one will be either in Leeds or Manchester, I think, in September. And this is, again, just an opportunity to find out what the latest thing is, normally to sample different things like relaxation training or mindfulness and see if it's something that you think may be able to help. And again, just that opportunity to talk to other people, find out what it's about, visit some exhibition stands and just, like I say, access information in a different format really to what's normal. Something else on our website is this. So it was a project that we developed with Aston University, and it's called a decision-making aid. So what's already been discussed in James's talk this afternoon is if you take control of what you want to do, then it can have a much more positive impact on treatment and management. And actually, something that's very much of the moment in audiology at the moment is person-centered care. And so one of the ways to do this is to look at this decision-making aid that we've developed. And what this does is along the top here, but along here we have the main ways to treat tinnitus, and then along this axis here we have the different questions people ask about each of those. And it's just a way to think through, either before you see an audiologist or with an audiologist, what you think the treatment options might be that would best suit you, and to try and make an informed decision about that in partnership with the healthcare professional, rather than all that power being in one person's hands. So this again is available on our website and is a really helpful tool just to work through, look at, think of some of those questions you might want to ask, think of are those answers the right answers for me, and just try and design what you think your treatment pathway should look like and what you think would work for you. So I'd really encourage you to look at that. I'd say freely available on our website as well. Here we go, the fundraising bit. So again, as I said, as a charity we receive no government funding. We are completely reliant on our supporters. So, you know, Alan's company, Visi here, is sponsoring the BTA and sponsoring part of our Tinnitus Week. We have support from others as well, but it's very much a grassroots organisation. It is, you know, the people in this room, it's you guys who support and allow us to do what we do. So please do consider fundraising or getting involved with the BTA to help us do that. And like I say, if you don't think what we're doing is the right thing, tell us. We're very open to that as well, and looking at other things and what else we should be working on. And if you want to stay up to date with the BTA, lots and lots of different ways to do that, but one of the best is to sign up for our newsletter. So that goes out every month and has the sort of latest information on what's happening within the BTA, what we're working on, but also any of the latest research papers that we think are important. We will also highlight in that as well. So please do sign up to that. You can drop us an email on the address that's on the booklet at the back, or just let me have it and we'll make sure that you receive our e-newsletter as well. And they are the other myriad of ways that you could follow us. If you are on Twitter, please do. We put lots out. I've been tweeting about this event all day. And again, it's just a really good way to stay up to date with what's happening and what's the latest, not only with the BTA, but tinnitus research more generally as well. So there you go. That was quick. I think we got us to the coffee break 5 minutes early. So, thank you.